Hello my dears, welcome back to Let It Cook cooking channel. Today we're making an absolute beer garden classic, Kartoffelkäse. For this we need pepper, salt, beer, chives, Romadur cheese, a shallot, caraway seeds, paprika powder, nutmeg, soft butter, potatoes, sour cream and heavy cream. Yes my dears, it's hot outside and for once it's hot in here too. I'm really sweating, you can probably see it. The studio is very hot today. There's also a construction site outside the door, which means we can't even open the door properly, otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear us anymore. So please forgive me for being a bit sweaty today. So first we're going to cut the chives. For that, as you loyal fans already know, make a bundle out of the chives. The Let It Cook knife, by the way, you can find it up here, there's the link. Yeah. Now just make a small bundle, pull your fingernails back and always keep the tip of the knife on the board, okay? And then finally slice down here. And always move your fingers back as you go, yeah, and then you can make really fine pieces. The teacher thought I'd never learn this when I first tried it. After a while you can do it with your eyes closed. Once you get a bit of a feel for it, like with everything, the first 200 frets are difficult, but then it goes really quickly. Next, the shallot. For that, just cut the shallot in half. Also slice it finely, but don't cut all the way through, you already know this, so it stays nicely together. Slice it as finely as you possibly can, because with potato cheese we don't want to bite into a big piece of onion, otherwise the flavor will be too overpowering. By the way, traditionally there's actually no cheese in potato cheese. So my grandmother, who mainly taught me how to cook, and of course my mother too, they didn't put onions in the potato cheese. They didn't put Romadur cheese in the potato cheese either, but used only potatoes and quark. But what about me? Have you ever tried it? My personal taste says delicious, why not? Okay, then next I'll take the potatoes, then the Romadur, and then I'll peel them. Why am I peeling them? The skin actually tastes great. I want to run the Romadur through the press as well, so I don't have to cut it so finely now. And for that, I prefer if it doesn't have any skin left. That means you cut the skin off as thinly as possible. I just don't want to see it in there later, yeah. I'm trying to waste as little as possible. By the way, that's another dish I might make sometime too. That's Romadur, so it's not really a dish, not an actual cooked meal, but I really love it. That's Romadur with onions on top, vinegar and oil in a beer garden. That's also with fresh pretzels, wonderful. Now just cut the duck thinly. If there's still a little bit left in it, that's not a big deal. Then let's move away. And now you go ahead and press the whole thing. We'll just do it like this. Small pieces so the press doesn't have such a hard time. And now we take a potato and press the potato through the potato press. By the way, I've told you this before, one of the really important utensils in the kitchen is a potato ricer. If you don't have one, treat yourself. It costs 10 euros. So it's not that expensive and you really should have one at home. Now just take 2 pieces of cheese, put them in and press a potato over them. Why do that? Because the potato helps you press the cheese through. Yeah, you get a different kind of pressure on it and then the cheese goes through as well. You can already see it. It's coming out here. Yeah, the cheese. And if you only put the cheese in, then the press has a bit of trouble with the cheese. That's why you always put the cheese in, potato on top, and use the potato as a buffer, yeah, to push the cheese through. Do you see how it's coming out in between now? I think you can see that pretty well here on the camera, and that's exactly the effect we want. Now, as a last step, always push the potatoes through, yeah, and really press them hard, yeah. If you'd like to support me, there's a channel membership below the video that you can sign up for. That would be great. The clicks are getting fewer and fewer. Help me out a bit, guys. Now let's continue. Now you take the really soft butter. See, it's already nice and soft. It has to be like that. Otherwise, it won't combine with your potatoes. Yeah, I just put it out in the sun for a bit. If you have a microwave at home, you can use a microwave too. Personally, I don't own a microwave, and I'm not the biggest fan of that device. The only 2 things that make sense to use a microwave for, in my opinion, are softening butter and melting chocolate. Sometimes I wish I had one just for that, but I don't really need another device in the kitchen. Here's the sour cream, but it really depends on your preference. You can use whatever you have at home, as I said earlier. You can also use a full fat quark, you can use creme fraiche, you can use creme double, any kind will work. You can also make it with ricotta if you're Italian, whatever you want, yeah. Now a bit of hot paprika on top, a bit of caraway, and now there will be an outcry again. Oh God, I don't like caraway, but I love caraway. Then a good pinch of salt, don't be shy with it. I also forgot to mention sugar because a small pinch of sugar has to go in as well, just to balance out all the flavors a bit. So a bit of sugar, not too much. Now the cream goes in. First a little less and a splash of beer. Hello, you already know it, Augustina. Where is my sponsorship? I advertise for you in every video. Come on, come on, come on. Add a splash of beer. If you have kids with you, of course, don't use beer when cooking. Use a non-alcoholic beer instead. There are beers with 0.0% alcohol. You can use those if you want. Most of the time, though, kids don't like it, so just add a bit more cream or a splash of broth instead. That works just as well. Okay, let's start mixing everything together. Now let's add the onions and the chives and a bit of pepper. I'll just put this underneath for a moment. And a bit of nutmeg. Right now I have white pepper in my grinder, which I don't really care for, but for some reason that's what was being sold at 2 supermarkets. I grabbed a splash of cream, but it's still a bit too firm for me. I'll write the correct recipe below. I just tasted it again, and it still needs a good pinch of salt. It's always surprising how much salt you really need when you're working with potatoes, yeah. The potato absorbs so much flavor. And if you want to get flavor in there, you really have to use a lot more salt than you initially think. Yes, my dears, that's it already. It's actually a relatively simple dish. It's great to take it to the beer garden or put it out at buffets. People don't see it that often anymore. It used to be a very well-known dish. Nowadays, I hardly ever see it anymore. I'll try it again now. Super tasty. Now a big giant pretzel, lots of beer with it, out in the sun. Put it in a Tupperware box, take it with you tonight. Maybe there's a soccer game, I don't know. Maybe the European Championship is already over. No idea when I'll air this video, we'll see. And now, enjoy your meal, my dears. I wish you lots of fun continuing with Let It Cook cooking channel. Leave a subscription, a like, tell your friends about me, and enjoy your meal. Take care. Bye. See you.